Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. We begin this week with news of a major industry academic partnership. Eli Lilly and Company committing to invest up to $40 million over 5 years to expand clinical trial access across Indiana and enhance care and research focused on Alzheimer's disease, a condition expected to impact more than 130,000 Hoosiers within the next decade. Now, leaders say the collaboration has the potential to transform patient outcomes while providing yet another boost to Indiana's growing life sciences ecosystem, positioning the state as a center for biotech discovery and collaboration. IU President Pam Whitten says the deal is the largest single industry-sponsored agreement in the school's history. IU's portion of the effort will be headquartered at the IU Launch Accelerator for Biosciences, or IU Lab, a $172 million facility currently under construction at 16 Tech, the innovation district on the near northwest side of downtown Indianapolis. In a moment, a Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta will take a deeper dive into what the partnership means for Indiana's burgeoning reputation in the field of Alzheimer's research. But first, pleased to be joined by the president and CEO of IU Lab, David Rosenberg. And David, thanks for joining us.
It's always great to be with you, Gary.
A big deal, $40 million, as mentioned, the largest industry partnership in IU history. Is this, in a sense, a new day when it comes to industry collaboration for IU?
Under President Whitten's leadership, it is a new day for IU in terms of commercialization and industry partnerships. IU is moving at the speed and effectiveness that industry demands. This collaboration with Lilly allows us to accelerate those medical breakthroughs and get those breakthroughs to patients faster. As you mentioned, it's the largest at $40 million in terms of industry-sponsored research. And with Indiana's $99 billion life science economy, IU's $1 billion research enterprise, and the launch of the IU Lab, Indiana is home, a central hub to biotech and life science innovation. And there's no bigger names than that than Lilly and Indiana University.
As you look at the impact of this, again, a big focus on clinical trials and expanding that and access to clinical trials here. There's also a workforce piece and getting that pipeline of workforce for the life sciences sector.
Without question. And so on the clinical trials, it's really about increasing the infrastructure, having a statewide reach, using AI to get patients enrolled faster and get them access to that care. On the clinical care, focused on Alzheimer and neurology health, increasing diagnostics, access to research in those clinical trials. But most important, we need the people that can really power those two things on clinical trials and clinical care. And so working with our PhDs to embed them in Lilly, work on the manufacturing and development. We want to make sure the students that are coming to IU today are really the life science leaders of the future. And we think it's an exciting recruitment tool for IU, bringing in these industry partnerships like Lilly and creating that stickiness and talent pipeline for those industry partners.
When you look at 16 Tech, where the IU Lab is housed, will be housed, is being built right now, will open in 2027. It's a talent play, a talent attraction play. Will this announcement help to attract talent from outside Indiana?
Really believe so. And you talk about the ecosystem. There's very few places in the world that have what Indiana does in terms of the life science sector. Indiana University and the largest medical school and the commercialization innovation that's taking place. IU Health with 17 different hospital networks across the state. Lilly, the largest pharmaceutical company in the world. Zimmer Biomet, Roche, Corteva, Elanco could go on and on. And so very few places have the access to talent, the innovation, the true infrastructure that we have here. And I think this announcement further capitalizes and shows the collaboration that can happen between an academic institution and an industry partner.
Well, about 30 seconds left, David, but does this shine a national spotlight on the bioscience and the life sciences movement, in particular 16 Tech and what that can be?
Without question. With a name like Lilly, with a name like IU, the talent that we can pull, the innovation that can occur, the startups and entrepreneurship that will come from these type of partnerships, I think we'll see those dividends pay off for many years to come.
David Rosenberg, the CEO at IU Lab, thanks for joining us as always.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. Well, the IU School of Medicine's extensive research into Alzheimer's disease has drawn the attention of one of the biggest names in business, Microsoft founder Bill Gates.
Hit the big red button. Yeah, no touching anything while you're in there, but if you just step right in.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Gates pulling on a lab coat to check out Alzheimer's research labs at the IU School of Medicine just over a year ago. In 2023 alone, the IU School of Medicine was supported by $87 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health. Gates part of a growing movement to put the IU School of Medicine even further at the forefront of Alzheimer's research. Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta here now with more. Kylie.
Well, thanks, Gary. As we've talked about, clinical trials is a major focus of this new agreement. Now, that's the point where patients really start to benefit from all the work that the researchers are doing. While this new effort focuses on clinical trials for several diseases, Alzheimer's will naturally float to the top due to IU School of Medicine's well-established might in studying the disease. IU School of Medicine researchers are celebrating the new partnership with Lilly, as it will grow the number of Hoosiers who can get the most cutting-edge treatments for Alzheimer's disease.
So we have existing treatments that we can begin to use, but we also want to continue to be able to provide new opportunities for care. And the way we do that is through clinical trials.
In addition to better treatments, diagnosing Alzheimer's is also making big strides. New tools, such as a blood test developed by Roche and Lilly, make it easier to identify which patients are most at risk for the disease.
We may have a way to identify even more people. How are we going to be able to provide opportunities for what does this mean? And what are opportunities for potential interventions? That's why it's so critical that we increase our capacity to take care of individuals that are in very early phases of starting down this road.
And increasing that capacity means a major ramp-up in medical training, a key focus of the new agreement.
Some of the challenges that we have here in Indiana, and actually is a challenge throughout the country, is are there enough individuals who can take that referral and make that really careful assessment to evaluate, is this Alzheimer's disease or is this another disorder?
While neurologists have traditionally been the experts in Alzheimer's care, the new effort will help train others, like nurse practitioners and physician assistants, to also specialize in Alzheimer's.
What we really want to do is improve the lives of individuals that live here in Indiana, and this directly impacts that goal.
A $40 million boost for better health that will also focus on diabetes, cancer, and cell and gene therapy.
I'm excited for this partnership with Lilly that sits in our backyard. It takes two strong organizations here within the state, brings us together and says, let's tackle important questions that we have. So I think that's incredibly exciting.
And this is interesting. Dr. Farood has worked in Alzheimer's more than 30 years. She says more progress has been made in just the last few years than those prior 30 years.
Wow, big spotlight on Indianapolis
Yes.
and Indiana too. As you look at this partnership, it's about more than the patient though, right?
That's right. A major piece of IU's Alzheimer's research is on the caregiver. They have researchers that are specifically studying how to better support the caregivers. Alzheimer's takes such a toll on the caregivers.
Yep. Kylie, great report as always. Talk to you soon.
Yep.